Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I am making stuffed bell peppers with, listen to this, spiced lamb, currants, and feta. Doesn't that sound delicious? It's so unusual. It'll be a new twist on stuffed peppers. Now, I don't boil my bell peppers. You're gonna need 4 bell peppers, but I'll read what you have to do so you can go ahead and do this. They say to bring 4 cups of water to a boil in a large pot. Add your bell peppers and 1 tablespoon of salt and cook until just beginning to soften 3 to 5 minutes. Then they say using tongs, remove the peppers from the pot, drain excessive water, and place peppers cut side up on a paper towels. All right, what I'm doing right now is I'm cooking the rice, and they want you to cook 1/2 cup of long grain white rice. Now, if you know me by now, you know I am not going to use white rice unless I make rice pudding. So I'm going to use parboil, and I'm cooking it in my vegetable stock. Now, they want us to sit there. This is a new one for us. They say adjust your oven rack to the middle position. So wherever this comes from, it comes from somewhere else, because most people in America know that the rack sits in the middle, but when you do cookies, you go up one. When you do turkey, you go down to the bottom. There are some recipes that will break that rule and say you have to go somewhere else, like making almond macaroons. I had to go up 4 inches from the top on the last 8 minutes. Okay, so they want you to get a 12-inch skillet. I got my skillet. So turn your oven on to 350 and make sure that shelf is in the middle. And make sure you don't have anything in your oven, because I'm notorious for leaving stuff in the oven. You know, a lot of women now use their oven as a storage for their pots. I don't. It's just that I do a lot of things, and I'll put my broiler in there to make my life easier, give me more room. Because listen, this kitchen is huge, but I have very little counter space. I mean, there's a lot of wasted space just all around in this kitchen. This kitchen really has to be redone. If I ever get enough money, I'll be redoing my kitchen. Okay. Now they want us to take 1 onion, chop it. All right, so we're gonna chop fine. They want you to chop it very fine. Oh, some of this is gonna come off, okay. You go, oh, it's gonna have to come off. Okay, I gotta check this out. So we'll go ahead and get this onion chopped fine. And if you're doing your bell peppers, you know, if you like them boiled, I don't, I never have. My mother used to boil them, I didn't like it boiled. Like I said, I cook. There's a few things I take from my mother, and then there are a few things I just say, no, you know, but I think we all do that in our own right because we're advancing forward and stuff. Okay, onion, why are you going to be like this? Are we going to have a bad winter? You're trying to tell me that and I'm not listening? Well, I can throw it into my stock. I don't have to worry about that. Okay, that's dirt. So chop your onion fine. I don't think you need to watch me go chop, 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 chop. I have to check my rice. I'm starting to smell it. And I have my cookbook. If you don't believe me, I have my cookbook right here too. You can see. I want to be careful. I don't want to get it dirty. I knew I smelled you. Now let's see if you're done. Oh, Jesus Christ. That hurt. Okay. Test time. Okay, you're done. When you're done with your rice, they say put it in a large bowl, which I'm going to do right now because mine's done. I just tried one. Well, about 2 really. I'll get back to chopping onions. You know, I hear women complain that men get away with it and she's stuck with a child, so she decides if she wants an abortion or not. We had shotgun weddings in our day. In other words, the boy did not get away with murder or for fathering children. This is what a father does. He has a daughter, and the term we used is knock up. If you knock the girl up, the father would find out who that boy was, and he was not going to allow his daughter to become a whore. So we had shotgun weddings. In other words, the father would either shoot the guy, or you can marry my daughter. Well, being a young man, he would definitely want to marry the daughter because he didn't want to lose his life. And a lot of marriages and parents were shotgun marriages. And while that father was alive, he made dang sure that he did not hurt his daughter, that the man did not hurt his daughter, did not leave his daughter high and dry, and while there was breath in him. So the guy couldn't divorce her or get away with it. He was going to care for the child and to his daughter and to the daughter of the father who you knocked up. So they both paid the price. The girl didn't get stuck with the child, and the boy didn't get away with it. He had to marry her. A lot of women think it's your right. Boys were warned point blank, if you were going to have sex, you were going to use a condom. And you were going to make sure you didn't get her pregnant. But today, they think they can just walk away and leave. And when you kick the father out of the house, you lose that strength and that protection that was there. Because boys, they take chances. I should know, I've got two of them. They're like, my husband told me point blank, Sandy, don't you ever tell the boys, wait till your father comes home. He said, promise you will never say that. And I said, I will never say that phrase. I have never said that phrase. This is what I told my sons. You know, I'm going to talk to your father about your attitude. That's what I said. And Tony said, why are they afraid when I come in? I said, did you tell him, wait till your father? I said, no, I never said it. He finally found out what I said. He said, I told you. I said, I didn't say what you told me to say. I just said it differently. See, boys will push their mothers. When they're little, they listen to you, but when they get a little bigger and they start, that hormones start kicking in. I'm not talking teenagers, it comes before that time. They need a strong male figure to control them, to answer to. And once they have that older man, their father, to control them, the father comes in and said, what did your mother say? That puts them in their place. Boom, right there. They know they have crossed the line. But remember, because it's inbred in our souls, I'm not talking body, the male knows what he has to do. You can try undoing it and everything else, and you'll end up with a lot of problems, but they know that they have to be strong and they have to be masculine, and sometimes they have to be very forceful, because they are the ones who lay their lives down to protect their families. They are the ones who lay down their lives for the country. They are the ones who put themselves in harm's way so that the female and the children can be protected. I don't care where you go, this is a standard thing that sets in. And the males have been beaten down so much without a father image, because there's so many broken families that this is missing, and they need that strength of their father. This is where I think this is personal now. This is where the draft has to come back for the males, to teach them what a man really is, and not that he can whimper and everything else. Another personal opinion is I think that women have stepped and become so masculine that men don't find them attractive. And this is a real issue now at this point. And so men dress up like women and act like women and say they're a woman and go through all these implants and everything to try to be feminine, because women aren't feminine anymore, and they can attract men because they are feminine. A feminine woman will always attract men. And the beauty comes from her femininity that's inside of her. It's not her body, it's the beauty that she shines from within that radiates, that attracts men. Okay. All right. Let's see, heat oil. How much oil do you want me to put in the pan? Okay. We're going to put 1 tablespoon of olive oil into our frying pan. We have not turned it on yet, but I'm going to put the oil in before it gets hot, because I've got some chopping to do. That's why these men who change their sex, and these women hate their bodies so much. They try to be men. They can't. The XY won't allow you. You can do all the changes in your body, but up here thinks like a woman. She's wired like that. And a man can try doing implants and sex changes and stuff, and he's going to sit there and still have those Y's up there. He can't think like a woman. He can do all the actions, but he doesn't think like her because he doesn't have those genes. That's why women are wired the way we are. That drive men absolutely insane at times. Where's your logic? But, you know? Oh, we want 3 cloves minced. All right. 1, 2, 3, I got 3. Okay. Where did I put my salt? Are you going to tell me I did everything but get my salt out? How did I miss that? Knowing me, I'm capable of doing it. Are we just going to put the onion in here? Okay, we're going to start with the onion, and then we're going to have to follow through. Heat your pan up with 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm going to have to move my book. I'm going to be running back and where can you put it? You think this is a big kitchen, don't you? I bet you think I got a ton of room. I got one little area here, counter. I just don't have any room. I put a lot of things in the window. I put things here, I put things there. Let's put the rice over here. Maybe I can get some room over here. Just don't wet anything, Sandra, in the cookbook will stay dry. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Okay, we're gonna heat that up, and I need a paring knife. Where did I put my paring knife? Well, we'll get another one. I don't know where I put it. I have 2 paring knives and I'm missing one, and I laid it down somewhere, but I just don't know where I put it. Why am I throwing that compost? It's supposed to go in the bag, so I'm supposed to cook it. I have no idea, Sandra, why you're doing this. Okay. Now, I cannot bring you over here right now, but what I'm doing is heating a tablespoon of olive oil in a 12-inch frying pan. I think this one's 14, but we'll say what they state. We're going to add the onion, and we're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt when we add the onions, and we are going to cook until softened and lightly browned. In other words, we're sauteing them. So now you know what saute means. There's another recipe on this page, and listen to this. Braised asparagus, peas, and radishes with tarragon. Doesn't that sound good? Oh my God, what it has in it. And I've been reading it, and I said, oh, I have got to make this dish next. I've been through this cookbook, getting hungry at every page. They have lentils, pasta, chickpeas, and a traditional Egyptian dish with spices of the yin-yang. I tell you, I've been going through this and just having a field day. And I said, it looks so good. This one is a fennel and apple salad with smoked mackerel. You know, it really is just. Okay, Now we're going to saute these onions with 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Let them get slightly brown. Gotta get my salt out. Oh, spoon. Man, I'd have to move you to set my cookbook up here. I just don't have room. All right, what are we gonna do with the garlic? We're gonna, after these soften and turn lightly brown, how do you want these? They want us to mince 3 garlic. We'll be adding them into the onions after a bit. So get your garlic minced. Minced just means very finely chopped. Matter of fact, when I came up and Tony introduced me to his father, we went to his father's workplace. And he's been through the service, college, everything, in his 30s. And his father scolded him. I just sat there quietly holding our son. And he really scolded his son. And Tony did not say anything back. All what he said was, "Yes, Daddy," and that was it. And I said, why didn't you tell your father that you're a man? He said, he brought me into this world and he raised me, Sandy. He has earned that respect. I can be 100 years old and he's going to be my elder. And I have to listen to my elders. This is how he and I were raised. We had to listen to our elders. We didn't go against them or anything else. His father was wonderful. His father had 4 sons. No, 5 sons, my mistake, 5. Most of them were passed, so I have to count. And he raised them all to be men. He was hard on them. But each one of those ended up being a very strong male. Very strong. Even little Gregory, who was 2 years younger than I was. He had mental and physical disabilities, but he was still very, very respectful to his father. And he was raised, and his father didn't treat him any different. He was hard on him as well to make sure that he knew what it was like to be a man. He didn't have any problems. He knew exactly what it was. Their father was very strict and a strong male image. And the male children will be like their fathers. If their father runs away and stays out of a marriage, the male children aren't going to think much of it. Or if they have children, what the heck, they have to have a strong father figure in their lives. All right, all right, we need fresh ginger, and we need 2 teaspoons of grated ginger. Grated ginger, that's a lot. Let me make sure. Oh no, we're going to need a tablespoon of ginger. My mistake. going to be hard to do. Ginger doesn't grate very well. And I can speak from experience because I've grated my fingers. So I know what I'm talking about. Okay. My husband told me, don't worry about the skin, just grate it with it. So I'm going to do exactly what he taught me. He says, because when you peel the ginger, you peel so much of it away that you're not left with much and there's more waste. And he said, we just grater it with it, you know. We don't worry about it. It's okay. Because my mother used to buy powdered ginger and crystallized ginger, but she never used fresh ginger. And I loved ginger. Okay, that's a good tablespoon. I got the lamb. Stay there, just don't fall in the towel. Are almost ready for us to add the ginger and the garlic and seasonings, and we're going to be adding a lot of seasonings. We will be adding in, let's see, cumin, cardamom, and red pepper flakes, and cinnamon. So I'm going to get a bowl and start putting those seasonings together. I didn't even have a little bowl. I'm just running out of everything. Areas to work. All right, we need cumin. We have to have 1 tablespoon of cumin. 1 tablespoon. I'll use the teaspoon here. I'm putting them in a small saucer. This is going to go into the onions. When we put the garlic and ginger in. Alright. The next seasoning we're going to add is cardamom. And cardamom, we add to 1 teaspoon of cardamom. Actually putting it in a saucer. Okay, these are just about ready. Okay, cardamom, red pepper flakes. We want a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So you can see these are going to be spicy. And what else? Cinnamon. And cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay. I'm going to try to get you over here so you can actually see what I'm doing. Let me pour these seasonings in, and then I'll pour the garlic and ginger in. And then maybe I'll have some room to get you over here. Okay. There, we made room for you. And you can see what I'm doing. Okay, this is only going to be 30 seconds. So I'm just going to stir it. And then I'm going to add 10 ounces of ground lamb. we're going to mix this until the meat is cooked. Now we can use the same recipe here, but the seasonings are different, and we can use it with beef. Because the ratios are different when you use different seasonings. Because the beef has a different flavor, therefore we have to change the seasoning a bit. I don't want the heat too high where I burn the seasonings, so you sort of hit a happy medium as you stir this. Turn the heat on and put it to the side, and I have to go for a minute. I'll be right back. Just give me a bit of time, please. Okay, now they want you, let me see what they want us to do. We took it off the heat. They want us to stir in the tomatoes, and we're going to be doing some more chopping with 2 tablespoons of the juice reserved. Okay. Why can they use so I can put these in? We're not done adding to this. We've got more to go still. Okay, we're going to, now listen, if you have currants, God bless you. I cannot find currants, but there is a trick that taught me how I learned from Julia Child. This is one secret I always held dear because I love the way she did it. We need 1/4 of a cup of currants. Where am I gonna? Listen, if I walk all over the place, just understand I'm going back to my book so I can read it. I don't have any place. We need 1/4 of a cup of currants. That's 4 tablespoons if you wish, or you could just sit there and. Where did I put it? I just had it here. Oh, I could kill myself for this. Well, it's 4 tablespoons, so I'll go ahead and measure out in tablespoons. Okay, I can't find my 1/4 of a cup. I have it somewhere in this kitchen. I just can't find it. So, that's a tablespoon. Oh, come on. Okay, what you do is you get some raisins, okay? Get a chopping knife. See, currants are really just small little raisins. They pretty much taste the same. There isn't much of a difference in taste. So you can get 1/4 cup of raisins, and what you do is you chop them up. It'll be just like having currants. And this is a substitute she said you could use, because you can't always find currants. I have a currant, I had 3. I mean, 2 of them died because people destroyed the roots. My neighbor wanted an 8-9-foot fence. So they put what you called a wall. They have a special name for it. And that's like 3 feet tall. Then she adds a 6 foot on top of it. I didn't have any problems with them. I left them alone, but they did it around to all the neighbors. So that's what they did. And for a while, their fence kept on falling into my yard. And they finally got that fixed. I don't know. And that's how you can substitute raisins. Don't leave the raisins whole. You have to chop the raisins small because currants are very, very small. This is why you chop them. It gives the illusion that they are currants. And now we're going to have to add something else. Now I'm going to my book. I have no room anymore over there. Alright. Oregano. We need a half a teaspoon of oregano. 4. Put it in the pot too. Everything else is going in the pot. I think we're just about done and ready to put it into the rice. Okay. Okay, we're finally getting over here. We're getting out of this pot. We're going to mix everything up that's in the frying pan, and then we're going to transfer it over here, and we're still not done. We got more to add. Room. I'll be able to work here. Oh my God. Let me get my knives behind you. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. We have room. Finally. It was quite crowded for a bit. Okay. Now what do you want me to do? I'm not done yet. Oh, shoot. Okay. We're not done yet. I've got more stuff to add in here. We're going to have to go to the stove again. Toss this gently. You don't want to mash the rice. You just want to make sure everything's well mixed. Okay, now what do you want me to do? Let me bring the book over. Let me dry an area because I don't want to damage my book. Okay, keep everything away from this. I'm back with my book again. All right, they want 1/4 of a cup of feta cheese. I can't find anything. I'm gonna have twice as many dishes to do. You sure you want me to add? Okay, we're gonna have to toast some almond slivers. Okay, 1/4 cup. I know, I take my time cooking. But like I said, I'm not in a hurry anymore in my life. I can slow down. How many ounces is this? 4 ounces? Then you want half of this. Okay, there. I bet you I'm going to use this. They want you to stir the cheese in now. Maybe they do it this way so it has time to cool down some. Here's what it looks like so far. I'm still working on it. Now, what do you want me to do with these almonds? I'm going to do more chopping. Isn't that nice? We need 1/4 of a cup of slivered almonds toasted. This never stops. You're going to need a small frying pan, low flame. You put this up at a high flame, it's going to burn. So always be aware that when you're doing nuts, you're going to have to keep it on a low flame and stir them. I will be right back. Okay. Put your nuts on, not the crazy ones, just your nuts. Let's move you over here. I've got to make room again. So I'm moving you all over the place today. Sorry about that. Now we're going to toast these. I'm not leaving them because I can burn nuts like that. I'm notorious for it. This again. Good. So that compost. And these pans of mine get hot in a hurry because I have a thick layer underneath it. And they just, when they get hot, they really get hot. So I have to be careful with them. They're like cast iron. Once they get to that heat, it's hot. Don't underestimate it. this stand. Towel. So see, these dishes aren't hard. They might be time consuming, but you can make some very, very interesting dishes. I stir them because I know I'm going to burn them. That's why I keep moving them around, because I know I'm notorious for burning them. That's why I always have an extra package of nuts in the house, because I'm going to be the one who's going to, if anybody's going to burn them, I'm going to do it. So I just learned it's best I just toss them around, watch them a bit, so I don't do it. They're getting toasted. I can feel they're warm. Okay, I'm not going any further before I burn them. But you can see that they are turning colors. Let me get it on the cutting board and I'll move you back. Now the only thing left is to stuff these for a bit after I chop these up. Okay, put them into your mixture. Okay, we're going to let them cook a bit, and then we're going to be adding more to it. So there's more to come. I'd like to say this is it, but this isn't it. We still have more to go. going to need an 8x8. Have that over here too. I had a package with 4 colorful ones. So I said, what the heck? Let's be colorful. I'm going to tell you, when they said 10 ounces of meat, I did not think I had enough. I have to be very honest with you. I did not think I was going to have enough. But see, when you've had just buffalo and you've just had, you know, regular ground beef, you want to try something new. And my thing is, why not go for it, you know? That's me. And they're right, you're going to have to mound these. Put a nice amount on them. Because I'm going to have to go back over them. They said stack them high. So I guess this is how they want them to be. Orange. Okay, I can bring my cookbook over here and we can find out what else they want done with this. Now, you need, before you pack these, you can add salt and pepper if you need it, okay? I don't want any more salt on it, and it's very well flavored right now, so I don't need any more, but they said you can add salt and pepper to your taste. Now, we're going to, we're going to have this about 30 minutes in the oven. Then you're going to take 1/4 of a cup of feta cheese, what we got left in this container, and you're going to sprinkle it over these and sprinkle a little olive oil over it, and then you serve. And that's how you do it. So I'll break this up, but that's how you serve it. You sprinkle cheese on top of this with a little bit of olive oil, and that's it. So this is the dish. I'm going to go put it in the oven. It's hot. So I'll see you in 30 minutes and we'll see how this looks. Okay, here they are. And now they want us to take the rest of this feta cheese. Oh, I'm going to crumble it up some because it's in too big of pieces. I want to crumble it up a lot more than what it is, because they want you to sprinkle it over this. So break your feta cheese up so it's smaller pieces. Just want to, I don't know how you could sprinkle it on, but anyway, they say put it on. I practically have to mash it in. Oh well, might not be doing it right, but what the heck, I'm trying. Now, because it's a little dry on top, It feels quite moist. I have to tell you, it does feel a little moist. Feta cheese has a very unique taste. It's really quite good. If you like cheeses and you like a variety of cheeses, this will definitely get your attention. Now to keep it moist on top, let me get my oil and we'll put it on. When they say drizzle, I'm sure they just mean a teaspoon, just to moisten up the top. Just like that, nothing too major. But this is only to keep it moist so it doesn't dry out. And that's it. That's how you serve them. Boy, if I had the stuff for that asparagus salad I was reading to you, believe you me, I'd be serving it with this. Anyway, that's it. You take care and have a great day.